How you doing today, guys? Let's talk about a couple Kaiser knives for my buddy Joe Vito. Go check out his channel. I will put a link below. Real laid-back guy. Really cool to work with. He just kind of told me what he wanted on this one, and on this one said do whatever you want. So that was pretty awesome. I always enjoy that, and usually it's a lot more fun to work on projects like that. Although, not that I have any problem at all going in the certain direction, that I'm pointed at. But anyways, this is a original nuke treatment on this Kaiser knife. Both of these are Kaiser knives, and if you know, produced in China. Wah, wah. They are incredibly well built, both of them. This one rides on washers, did have a ceramic detent, does have a real fine, almost EDM wire cut process on the lock bar here. Tighter than even, dun dun dun, even the Sebenza. Yes, just as tight as any Kershaw zero tolerance. Very well done. Has the lock bar over travel stop. Not sure if that's licensed by Rick Hinder or not. So far, from what I can see, Kaiser knives are on the up and up. This is an original design from them, I believe. Again, just went together really nice, really wicked design. I think Joe had a great eye for this when he originally purchased it, or whenever he decided to send it over to me. It was very plain. You know, this was bead blasted. This was, I think, stone washed. But a wicked design like this really pops now in this nuked finish. So you can see that's the standard nuke with the titanium scratches all the way through there. Titanium backspacer, no gaps. Everything went together great. Have your 3D milling on these fluting 3D fluting on there to your lanyard hole. Really nice. I did have to custom grind down a bit to fit in that pivot there. But anyways, Joe, I'll send that along with you. There is a ceramic detent ball in there, if I haven't said so. And this is locked down with a D pivot like thing inside one of these scales. So this pivot can't spin. It's locked down by a D shape on the top. Anyways, cool knife. I mean, I don't know what he paid for it. Probably $100, maybe 150, I'm not sure. I have no idea what the model number. Locks up perfect. Great action. Again, I know I've already said it. This one rides on washers. Blade is dead centered. Hollow ground blade. A lot of edge for the handle length. Very comfortable, no hot spots. Very sharp, pointy tip. I can imagine this thing's going to slice like a monster, like a pig straight razor. You see how thin that is behind the edge. S35 VN. Again, Joe, I think you got a winner on your hands here. I appreciate you letting me do it. Check it out. Kaiser knives. Let me move on to this flashbang here. If anybody knows the model, let me know on this one, because I believe this is kind of a sleeper knife, if you don't mind a knife made in China. Really, the design is pretty wicked looking. In that hollow ground blade. No hot spots. Fairly thin in your pocket. Titanium. I don't know. It's a great knife. From what I can see, I didn't carry it around. Alright, this is the Kuchihara Flashbang by Kaiser Knives, the Scully Flashbang. So I'm going to, at some point here, cut in some pictures of the internals and show you that this knife really impressed me. This knife runs around $170, $190 or so. Is officially licensed by Matt Kuchihara. I don't know his name. For certain. Somebody help me out. So Joe told me to just have fun and do whatever I wanted on this. So you can see what I did here. Double nuke blue. blasted acid washed hardware. There's only 2 points of retention here, one on the rear, one on the front. Has a nice standoff there, right? Not just a straight barrel. And nice pivot, decorative milled pivot, but it does use a regular, I think it was a T9. And this is also locked in on the top. So I don't know how to explain it. It is captured by like a D hole pattern up front. It's crazy. So I'm laughing because this knife for like 175 bucks has ceramic internals, ceramic bearings in here, and caps, you know, has like the washer, like a CVT, whatever, the Kershaw style washer system in there. What are those called? Somebody help me. They're not loose ceramic bearings in there, but it's certainly ceramic. And then it has a ceramic detent. And then this whole thing is contoured like a CC Strider. And then I went and, because I had complete freedom on it, did that like a beg cracked ice finish on the skull. And trying to get the color to show true. That is a very steady hand, I promise you. I don't use a Dremel. Like, I haven't used a Dremel in years in my shop. I actually have like it's a Fordham style tool. If you don't know what that is, think of like your dentist, how they have that tool, that like a rotary tool that spins, but they control it with the foot pedal. So I can spin it real slow, or I can spin it fast by like pushing down the foot pedal. And that helps me get all my controlled carvings when I do the Quakens. Helps me do textures like this. And I should have took a picture. Maybe you can see under there. I don't cut any corners. And Joe, underneath this clip is very blue and double nuked. And then you've got this cracked ice finish all over the top. And you can see your blue double nuked inside your screw. If that makes sense. The sun's starting to go down. Can you see it right there? Anyways, it doesn't look like I just put the texture on the factory clip. Very nice. And just because I have it here and it was in my pocket today on loan from a friend, I carried around this Bodega. Yep. So we're going to see the real cracked ice finish up against mine, and you will see a clearly inspired, but not the exact same as Todd Begg's. If I could get a proper focus on both of these at the same time, that'd be wonderful. We are going to review this Todd Begg Bodega. It's gorgeous. Kind of see the same color scheme going on here though. Here's the funny thing, like 1700, somewhere around there, I don't know. I was told this was a very limited run that they did. Has the ceramic bearings in it. Don't know much about it, but my friend who sent it over to me certainly knows everything that there is to know about it. Ceramic bearings, although these are loose in there. I've heard that these can be kind of a nightmare to take down. This was very much like a washer system in there with the bearings set in it. Anyways, not a review on this knife. We're going to get to this one later. But just showing you that cracked ice finish up against the real deal. Come close. I think one more step and I could have nailed it 100% exact. And what that step would be is to run over it with like 2000 grit sandpaper to get some of these flat spots here nice and mirror polished. But I could not do that with this, just due to this is all one piece of titanium. So when that tool's spinning up and one slip into that and you mess up the anodizing, blast it and restart over. So gotta have a steady hand. You see I wrapped that skull all the way around. The skull was already milled in there. If you're not familiar with this knife, Kaiser did all this milling here. And then Kaiser had this anodized, different colors. But I blasted it and went over everything. So there you go, Joe. Oh, you got a nice two-tone blade, hand rubbed on the flats. These logos are laser etched in there. So they're pretty hard to get rid of unless you take off a lot of steel. So you got your acid wash on the bottom here. Got your hand rub satin, and why I did that. This knife is not like a total Fallout theme, so you've kind of got a bunch of different like textures and colors playing along with each other. This rougher cracked ice finish kind of plays off this double nuke blue, so it all kind of looks rough and like it has texture, even though it's fairly smooth. I wouldn't say it adds much extra grip or anything, you know, but it just looks not like one, it's like solid sheet of color. So we've got some blues and silvers. You got your gray from your acid wash tying in with your gray with your acid wash here. And then you've got your shiny bits here on the flats. And then your shiny bits here, kind of tying into this same stonewash pattern, the stonewash pattern. And then I figured we'd have to do the clip, because if we've got some shiny bits on this side, we should have some shiny cracked ice bits on this side as well. And the clip is a very attractive 3D milled style clip, right? And then I wrap that cracked ice finish all the way around. So it just all makes sense from the top down. It all ties together. Got your shiny stuff here. I don't think it would have looked as good if this clip was blue. So anyways, let me know what you think. I know I always overanalyze, but I always like to give you guys a reason, and I will do a video on that. Almost everything I do, like I really think about, and I almost always have a reason why something is the way it is. I just see a lot of stuff being done in the knife world. It's just because you can. Again, you guys know what I'm going to say. Doesn't mean you should. So, just my opinion. Look at the lockup on this. Beautiful in your hand. I might have to pick up a flashbang. The action is incredible. Not the same as the $1,000 plus bag. Okay? There is quite a difference here. But come on. Beautiful stuff though. I'm proud of this one. Joe, I hope you like it. If you don't, I will buy you a new one. Keep this one and we'll do whatever you want to the next one. Promise you. I just did this one as I would do my own. So I was like, okay, if I own this knife, what would I want to do to it? And this is it. So that's what it is. Let me know what you think. Another 15-minute video on only 2 knives. I want to show off the edge on this recurve, and we will get out of here. Anybody can put a beautiful edge on a nice sweeping blade like that. But to do it on a nicely recurved blade like this takes a little bit of practice. Let me know what you think. Try to get a good shot of that. Maybe you guys can hear the thunder rolling in the background. very sharp. Oop. Yep, now I'm gonna have to go clean your blade, Joe. Anyways, thanks a lot for hanging out, guys. Seriously, I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. There's the thunder. I love rain. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.